Well, tonight I'm stopped at Jarrell, Texas at the Flying J, where I'll be spending the night. And I'm going to change up a little bit. I'm going to do a complete recap of the week, but I'm going to do it in one session. Doing these individual ones, I think they kind of get a little boring. So we're going to talk about that coming up. Okay, the weeks here run from Sunday through Saturday. The week that just ended, I drove from Fort Recovery, Ohio, which is where our terminal is at, to Laredo, Texas. And then I drove from Laredo, Texas to New Bremen, Ohio. And then I took a really short load from New Bremen, Ohio over to Fort Recovery. I'm going to show you how that worked out because that actually took 2.5 days going down, 2.5 days coming back. And I'll show you what it paid. Let's get into the sheets and take a look at all the good stuff. And here we go. The load that I was taking down from Fort Recovery, Ohio to Laredo, Texas was wood dunnage. I managed to drive from Fort Recovery, Ohio to North Little Rock, Arkansas. This was 694.7 miles in 10 hours and 50 minutes. Pretty respectable, almost out of time. Because I was going to arrive at North Little Rock so late, I wanted to reserve a space. I'm going to do a video on reserved parking places and paid parking in the near future. On Monday, I made it from North Little Rock, Arkansas to Jarrell, Texas, where I stopped at the Flying J. As I had only made it 490.8 miles in 8 hours and 19 minutes, this was not where I intended to stop, but traffic was so bad going to San Antonio, it was not worth me burning up my clock and not being able to make my appointment. Although I had already looked at this place on Google Earth, I knew there'd be some trickiness getting in because you don't see things like parked trucks and how tight certain turns are when you look on Google Earth or any other mapping program. The driveway that I needed was going to be tight to make a right into, so since it was at a cul-de-sac or an elbow, I went ahead and made a U-turn, which made it easier for me to get into this particular driveway. Please keep in mind this is sped up a whole lot faster than what I actually drove it. Now when I got checked in, he came out and took a bunch of pictures, so I sped past that using the power of editing. And then I went to the back where I had to find a hole that I could put this trailer in. It was not a difficult back, although there's a lot of equipment around which made things a little bit more difficult. A key to successful backing is just to take your time. No matter who's around, no matter who's waiting, just take your time. A successful back is one that you do not hit anything. I started Tuesday in Jarrell, Texas at the Flying J. I drove down to Laredo, did my drop, did my pickup, and then headed back, and I made it as far as the Flying J in Waco, Texas. On Tuesday, I got 636.1 miles in 10 hours and 51 minutes of driving. Tuesday brought along that liquid sunshine. Nothing like liquid sunshine and construction areas to boot. Today was nothing but driving. I traveled from Jarrell, Texas, Flying J, to the Pilot in Haiti, Missouri. I traveled 635.9 miles, and I did that in 10 hours and 1 minute. On Thursday, I managed to go from Haiti, Missouri to my delivery in New Bremen and then over to Fort Recovery, Ohio. I managed to do 559.4 miles in 9 hours and 12 minutes. On Friday, I did a 34-hour reset. With Cheeseman, I get $100 for a 34-hour reset. So that will make my final compensation for the week $1,727.22. I did a total of 2,944.8 miles. That breaks down to 58.65 cents a mile. That's really not too bad for the first full week on the job. Again, be sure to like, share, follow for more content. I'm going to try to do more videos about life on the road, such as some cooking videos, giving an idea of what we can eat. What I eat anyway. I want to do one on answering some questions that people have given me, like how do we shower, how do we get shower credits, how much do showers cost. I'm going to do some of those videos coming up. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and I'll see you in the next one.